Alright, so here's what the game looks like on the hardest difficulty level.
Mm-hmm.
Consequently, this is also the other challenge submitted for this game.
Oh man, you managed to complete the second challenge on the hardest difficulty?
Yes, I did.
What kind of challenge could it possibly have been? This is slightly more tense.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost as fast as the slowest game of flight control.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, plane A, plane U, what are you doing?
Oh no!
What are you doing?
Oh,
Hey!
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, plane H collided. Oh man.
I lost so many points.
Final score, negative 36208.
Alright.
Which is the other zip code.
So this is how you play Barbar.
There is no documentation available.
Yeah, and when I Google the game, all I get is my own Let's Play.
Let's enjoy normal mode.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, hope you understand all that.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the full extent of what I know about Barbar. I am the thing that is running around.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you press one button, you fire lasers forward. If you press another button, you drop a bomb where you're standing.
Okay.
I don't know what the objective is.
You picked up the power of Christianity.
I don't know what the bar is at the bottom that I'm filling up.
It's the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know that the bar on the right is my number of bombs.
You can see that the bars are made up of little bars. So
Yeah.
That's right. And that there's a giant bar slowly filling up the screen.
yeah, there's so many bars.
There's-
Finally.
I need to get to a bar so I can get a drink.
Keita Takahashi wanted to explore the concept of bars in his new game.
That's right. So I'm picking up more things, filling up more bars. Still have no idea why I'm doing any of this.
This is so incredibly confusing to me.
Yeah, and I played it.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh god, look
You
over
also
that
never stop
brick wall.
You can't just stop.
Oh. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sense of what's going on here.
Maybe a couple seconds behind on my recording, but it shouldn't be too much of a big deal.
What's your objective?
Get to level 6, except
What?
there's...
What's the canonical objective of the game?
Oh,
How about
right.
Like what's the game having you do?
You're being approached by
Survive.
a giant brick wall of doom, and you have to try and not be murdered by it.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
The brick wall moves in mysterious ways, apparently. Oh, okay. That was a close one.
But it doesn't matter because you can be trapped and still survive. So
Yep, you just
Unless
shoot
you run out
around.
of gun.
which
no.
is one of these bars is gun.
oh shit.
That's the one
Oh,
on
and
the
the bar
left.
on the left is gun.
Oh god. That's...
but I
need
didn't
more
realize
gun.
that. Oh, not a gun.
Oh well.
Oh.
Surely you're
Wait,
safe from the brick
you're up
walls
there?
in here.
What?
I died.
How did you...
Oh.
No. You got free.
What? The fuck is even...
You see, the good thing is it doesn't matter that I'm a couple seconds behind, because even then I still don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, this doesn't make sense to you?
Is this a game? It looks like a screensaver.
I don't know.
It's just
It
swapping
doesn't
out
kind of like a
the positions.
screensaver.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be a really bad screensaver because you'd have horrible burn-in on the edges.
Yeah, horrible red brick burn-in. And
those
also
parts
Some
are
horrible
burn-in.
blue bar
Oh, you died
burn-in.
again. Whoops.
Oh no.
Oh,
You lost
I-
one of your lives, I guess.
It's like someone saw the game Centipede but understood nothing about it.
It's like somebody saw a video game but didn't understand what they were. No, it's all you need is colorful graphics and the ability to move your character around, and also no documentation.
Oh, so Passage.
Yes, this is the precursor to Passage.
Oh wow!
This is one of Jason Rohrer's first, and as a result, it's art.
It's not Cave Story.
No Cave Story.
It's not the Cattle Doctrine either. It looks vaguely like a level from the Castle Doctrine, if somebody were to just sort of haphazardly place tiles around the place.
These traps are too advanced for me.
That's right. I actually don't think that those different silver blocks are different from each other in any way, or interactable in any way.
It's just,
Oh, you died.
it's just there for flavor.
Oh, but
guess.
you respawn down there.
Yeah, I don't think you die, you just teleport. And therefore you die a little bit inside.
Mm-hmm.
What? Somebody discovered how to make a cylindrical gradient.
It's the pipe screensaver from Windows 95 or 98 or something.
Yep.
Yes. OpenGL.
Yeah, except the pipes are a lot more boring in this one.
This tile set would be great in, like, another game, like a side-scrolling platformer.
Yeah,
Except it wouldn't be. Sorry. It's
like, I'm pretty sure that this tile set is not dissimilar to what you actually have in Jetpack. But see, now it's a different game because the bar is filling up right lefty instead of down uply.
Yeah, that's true.
So I guess this is level 2 or possibly level 3?
Yeah, I don't know.
No documentation available.
No documentation is available.
I mean, I suppose it makes sense, considering
it's
the...
considering the lack of documentation.
Yeah. For all we know, you've surpassed level 6.
Maybe this is, maybe it's, you're supposed to make your own fun. It's one of those games.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Emergent.
A sandbox where your doom is forever impending, apparently.
Yep. This is a precursor to Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. It's a pixel-based procedural sandbox.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to see the world generated before your very eyes. And sometimes be crushed by it like that.
Wow.
Yep.
I can't wait to purchase the Mass Effect skin for this.
Oh, but now I'm down to the bottom and literally just waiting.
Waiting for death. That's me.
Waiting, forever running yourself into the ground. Just...
Oh! I lost.
You only made it to level 3. Shit.
And today we're looking at the proper CGA release of Commander Keen, not that awful EGA garbage that was in the actual Game Empire collection.
Oh man, yes.
They straight, like, the EXE for the VGA version of the game is straight not on the disc. Which leads me to try to remember how my 8-year-old self actually played Commander Keen in color back in the day, because I don't think I ever played this version, or that version of it. This is the one I'm familiar with.
Oh yeah, look at these blistering graphics.
Oh wow.
Luckily, I, like everyone else, at some point bought whatever iteration of the id Super Pack on Steam was available at the time, so I have Goodbye Galaxy proper.
Oh, glad I'm not the only one.
So this is that.
Oh, look at these graphics.
Oh man, I remember this as well.
This game actually looks fun to play.
Yeah, this is a real game made by actual developers.
Except those trees look like mutants.
There is documentation available.
There were Flintstone houses.
So I guess if you've never played Commander Keen, you can jump, you have a pogo stick, and you have a ray gun that you can fire. In Commander Keen 1, you had to collect the pogo stick, and I think that, like, one of the buttons was bound to pressing the other two at the same time, which is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Or is this one actually has a dedicated button for the pogo stick? The objective of the game, I believe, is that in some of the levels there are these oracles that are hidden there. You can beat the level without ever finding the oracle, but finding all the oracles is how you, like, get the actual ending or something. It's been a long while since I actually made considerable progress in Commander Keen. So like this level, for instance, you can stay on the top road and actually skip the entire level.
Oh, wow.
Which I believe I ended up doing only because this was not my first recording.
Smooth scrolling in full screen DOS games.
Mm-hmm.
This is a technical marvel.
Yep.
Sometimes the graphics get a little flickery and I have no idea why, but I also don't really care. So yeah, like I said, there's an entire bottom part of that level that you don't technically have to go through to beat it. But this is what our challenge concerns us with, the Pyramid of the Moons.
Okay.
During the main run of this game, I made some passing comment about how if you collect the 12-inch worms, you make a foot, and how my uncle works at id, and how Commander Keen moons the camera if you stand still on this level. 2 of those things are true.
And also he says, I'm out of here if you wait more than 4 minutes.
Yeah, and then he just leaves.
I thought that was a different game, but I guess...
That is a different game. That's
Yeah.
what is that? Sonic
Yeah,
CD.
Sonic.
Yep.
Yeah, Sonic CD. I remember that.
Oh, yes.
Never owned a Genesis. Sorry.
You mean, I suppose.
I never owned a Genesis
that's right.
either. I played the PC version of Sonic 3. I never got a hold of Sonic CD back when it first came out, though.
I think the PC version of Sonic CD, or not Sonic CD, Sonic 3 had this weird ass soundtrack.
Yeah, it did,
that was
actually.
composed in General MIDI.
Yeah. Well, it was... Yeah, it could be General MIDI or a synthesizer, I believe. But
And I believe the soundtrack for Carnival Night Zone was completely changed from the original.
Yeah, there are a few levels where the soundtrack was changed, and it was Carnival Night Zone, Ice Cap Zone, and Launch Base Zone were the ones that had their tracks changed. And I grew up with those tunes, so they're my nostalgia.
Oh, I see. Wow.
So this challenge is more an exercise in tedium than anything else because a couple of the inchworms are locked behind this door here, and a couple of them are on the other side of a platform that is only accessible after hitting this switch on the other side of the door. You can't go too far ahead. If the inchworms scroll off screen for a very short amount of time, they basically disappear.
Oh,
wow.
And then you have to dodge like a couple of enemies and a bunch of blow dart traps on the ceiling. This was unfortunately not my first recording.
Oh, I see.
So I lost count, but I think I have 10 of them right now.
Sounds about right.
Luckily, at least the enemies don't respawn.
You're not even going to chance getting those sodas.
Nope.
Those delicious red sodas with purple bottle caps.
Alright, here we go.
Oh.
These inchworms are adorable, by the way.
So I'm trying to figure out the timing of that blow dart set, but it's actually totally unnecessary, because there's the foot.
Hey!
And that's the joke.
Literally, like, traced a rotoscope from the Monty Python foot.
So here's the hidden pyramid.
Yay!
Yay.
You made it!
According to the FAQ, there's like some special thing you have to do because collecting the foot technically counts as beating the level. So if you want to get the oracle that's also in that pyramid, you have to like collect the oracle and then leave the level without completing it through like some side door. Then come back into the level to get to the to collect the inchworms to get to this level.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it looks like when I don't edit out all the deaths.
You don't play video games, you just edit Game Empire videos.
Yep.
Oh, man.
That was an
He died so many
excellent
times. Welp.
Yep.
What?
And
Paddle.
that was
Paddle.
Commander Keen.
Yay.
This game has so many features. Wow. You're such a winner.
Yep. Well, hi there. I'm Fenwa,
I'm Lobst.
And I'm Demo Weasel.
and this challenge is for JumpJet. The challenge was to play more JumpJet, so here's some JumpJet.
Okay.
It's the regional version, Hump Hit.
It's been a while since the original recording. Was this a Defender knockoff or?
Looks like it.
Kinda, sorta. There's no people, though. It's more of just a side-scrolling shooter thing like this.
Oh, I see.
I like the bomb sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just like the sound effects in general, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot of bass to it,
Brum, 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 brum.
which is probably gonna get totally lost in the YouTube encoding.
It's all good? No, it's not, actually. It's not good. Yeah, this is a shooter.
My only real beef with the way JumpJet is made is that you can't just hold down the fire button,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't really hold down more than one key at a time, so you have to just keep mashing spacebar while moving the arrows keys.
I do like how you can just stop in midair, though. Like, and just hover.
Yes.
I just realized that
Well, you're a JumpJet.
the makeup of the terrain, as well as the tiny tropical trees,
Mm-hmm.
or rather, on the bottom of the screen, combined with the time period, makes it extremely likely that this takes place in Desert Storm.
Probably. I just realized what the sound effects reminded me of.
What's that?
It reminds me of this Sega Genesis game called Cyborg Justice. It's a beat 'em up where you are a cyborg and you can rip other cyborgs' arms off and attach them to yourself.
Wow.
It sounds way cooler than it actually is.
Oh, I see.
Also, the enemy jets don't fire bullets; they're just kamikaze pilots.
Looks like it.
It's the Super Thunderblade of cyborg beat 'em ups.
Oh.
Yeah. Boom. It's so
Okay.
uneventful. It was just a boom when you fell.
Yep, it's a bonus stage.
Look at all those triangles you blew up into. 1 point for every time unit used.
So I'm actually just going to use the same trick that we used when we played this live, which is you're destroying ground targets, so this is the best way to do that.
But you're not jumping.
No.
I think I figured out what the deal is with the sound effects.
What is
What's
that?
that?
Like, the guy just decided to take a bunch of general MIDI instruments and then play them in as low a tone as possible, as far left on the keyboard as possible.
Probably.
So does this game have an end to it, or does it just end up looping if you get to the end of it? Do you know this?
I don't know this because I never got to the end. What you're looking at is actually a composite of my best attempts at several different levels, which is why the score and jets jumps all over the place throughout this recording.
You're a cheater.
I am.
This place is hazardous. So many asteroids
Yeah,
And
except
UFOs.
none that are up there. I guess.
Desert Storm.
floating in midair. Where the fuck is this?
Desert Storm.
Space.
I guess.
Space is the place.
Yes, it is. Oh,
Oh,
so can anything actually reach you if you just stay above the bonus letters?
No, but I'm also not collecting any points.
Oh, okay.
So there's that.
wow. Did you destroy the
No.
head of what?
Yeah.
Destroy the head of Doom!
Do it.
There it
Oh
is.
God.
Oh, Jesus. Give him a skull frag. Two skull frag. Oh, God.
So I found an exploit.
Oh.
Look at this guy. Check him out.
This is actually the only time I got this to work. But there you go.
What a sad little head of evil.
Yeah,
it
you just
fires
killed him.
things that home on you, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to take it out.
Killed
Is this
Mr.
Saddam
Big.
Hussein?
Sure.
What if it was? What if it were?
All right, so I have to rescue a hostage.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
now
go.
it's Defender.
Yep.
What? Okay.
Okay.
And that's the enemy.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's Defender. This challenge is for the Oakflat Nuclear Power Plant Simulator.
from
By
Gamtech.
Gamtech.
Let
Gamtech.
me see.
So, full disclosure, I actually clocked my CPU down to 1,000 cycles for this one, and then sped the video up to double that in post. Because I found that going any faster in the game was unplayable, but going any slower in the game was unwatchable.
Mm-hmm.
So you get this instead.
Joke's on you. This is already unwatchable.
Yeah, it's not untrue.
Dun, dun, dun. Check this out. Like, you don't even have workers to manage. What kind of simulator is this?
The workers manage themselves. If you really get into the nitty gritty of it, you can like manage the repair guys, who are supposed to be real people.
Where are the forklifts?
That's right. So, from what I can tell, the way to play this game is to just turn on the primary and secondary cooling pumps, dip the control rods in, and then turn on the tower pump, and then you basically have to maintain a percentage out that is equal to the percentage of demand in the bottom left there. So you want it to be at 100% all the time. Any less than that, and you're losing money. Any more than that, and you are damaging your reactor.
You went to GameFAQs, didn't you?
No, I read the manual.
Oh, okay.
So
That's even worse somehow.
Every time you hear a beep, that is the temperature changing at least 1 degree of the plant.
Mm-hmm.
And the temperature change is basically directly proportional to a change in your output. So you're graded based on the days that you spend at your target output or close to it, as well as your hourly gain or loss. And then just your radiation levels and stuff.
Are you operating at a loss right now?
Yes.
I am, because that percentage is not at 100% out. It is only at 80%. So what I find is that you bump the rods up until you get to 100%, and then you bump the rods down to a point where it levels out, and then you sit and wait for something to happen. And that is how you maintain a profitable simulation.
Is this using DOS characters too? Are those fans just slashes that are...
Yes.
Of course.
I found also that if you run it at 101% out, while you do gain a profit and do not provide too much damage to your reactor, you don't actually get points for being at your target output because you're technically over it.
What about the bar where you vent radioactive gas?
Yeah. You need to have the little drinking bird to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a little dippy bird that just presses yes over and over again.
I see.
So every time I look away from the control panel, my core temperature starts to go down. So I have to bump the control rods up, wait for it to get to 100%, and then bump the control rods down again. And that's why I sped up the footage.
Can you die of radiation poisoning?
Yes, you can. One of the alerts there on the top right says radiation.
Mm-hmm.
I believe if your core temperature gets too high, then radiation starts seeping into the control room that you are in.
Nice.
Amazing.
You'll also see the primary and secondary pumps at the bottom right get tripped.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, the plant will shut itself down and go into a repair state. This is all stuff that happened very quickly in the course of when we played the game live.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than having a bunch of additional footage that we wasted, I showed the one good run instead, where basically nothing happens.
Yep. This is exciting.
Yeah.
I like that your core temp is constantly in the red.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, my core temperature and I think the converter temperature. Yeah. I don't know how to cool them down. I think if I activated the
just go over and blow on it with your mouth.
the EC. The ECP in the bottom right, which corresponds to the ACP out on the control bar, is either your auxiliary or emergency cooling pump, depending on what part of the manual you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I believe that is emergency ventilation, but every time I did that, it also reset the control rods, and I would basically have to start the simulation over.
Oh.
And if the coolant rods aren't moving, time is still advancing, and you're just losing money. So you have to keep feathering it at 100%. I did watch the game play itself in auto mode for a bit just to get a feel for how to play it, and it really is just doing the same thing. It is just constantly feathering the rod out, basically keeping the primary and secondary control pumps at the same rate, though the auto will do it at 70 and 80%. I don't really know how that affects the simulation. I think it affects like how the rate at which your fuel is decreasing, but basically all I did was manage the rod out for this entire run. Just to keep the percentage out at 100%.
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
I pressed the buttons to make the numbers change to make it good.
Okay, there you go.
You press the buttons to make our eyes glaze over.
That's right.
Yeah. Our eyes slowly become donuts.
Oh, I see.
I would also like to point out that on
Scram!
that brief glance at the list of commands available for this is actually inconsistent with the documentation's list of commands.
Oh.
So I was trying to use the documentation, and it would say to type in commands like repair. Mm-hmm. So I'd pop over here, I would type in repair, and it would say, I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Yeah. Because that's not the command that's in the game.
Sounds like a power plant to me.
Yep. This is 80s technology.
Yeah. I do like how radiation has an exclamation point next to it.
Yeah. You can activate a radiation shield, which lowers it, but again, it also just causes your plant to stop functioning.
Oh,
From what I've determined, there are multiple failure states. I believe if you you can die of radiation poisoning, you can also die of just a complete reactor meltdown. If you sense that the reactor is about to melt down, you can type evacuate, which causes an evacuation of the plant.
yes.
There are commands to do things like emergency shutdown. There's actually a lot to the text parser of this, beyond just using the F keys to punch stuff in.
Yeah. Multiple failure states like radiation poisoning, meltdown, and Florida.
When you melt down the plant, it says that you survived.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But did everyone else die?
Yes.
Amazing.
It says
only
that,
you
like,
rise as the super mutant.
That's right.
That's right. It turns out this is just the intro to a much better, cooler game.
Yeah.
We took a picture of this elephant's foot and then wrote a misinformed entry in Tumblr about it.
Dun dun dun.
So how do you feel about nuclear power?
I feel this is pretty boring to look at.
I feel like you both are coming from The Simpsons, whereas my knowledge of nuclear reactors starts and ends with Die Hard 5.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
And also Stalker, I guess.
I could stand about 190 some days of this.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever watched A Good Day to Day, so...
Excuse me, it's a good die to die. Thank you.
No. That's it. That's my reaction to this.
You know what's sad? If this game was exactly the same game, but with a 3D interface, there would be Let's Plays of this all over YouTube with scare cams.
Oh,
Probably.
God.
Right?
Yeah,
You'd have people
just
going...
this gameplay, but with a GUI.
Oh, no.
I don't know what I'm doing. And then
Nuclear
it just cuts to,
meltdown. The
cuts
Sloom...
to
Oh, Jesus.
every single Let's Play cuts to my eyes, the goggles do nothing.
I am slowly becoming vaporized. Oh,
That's right.
help.
So I think that, if you crunch the numbers, just looking at our financials, we should hit a net profit before the... Oh.
You died.
Out of stack space. This is the hidden fail state.
You let your... Whoa.
Oak.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
what?
And that was
What?
the Oakflat nuclear power plant
Ye-
simulation.